So here's my little guy, all blushed. He's got a little bit of a hint of blush at his mouth, a little hint of blush over the bridge of his nose, his cheeks, and I even did a little blush on his ears just because he's so mischievous. I thought that really brought a little bit more personality in him. So at this point, I'm really wanting to do freckles. So what I'm going to do is reach over and find my freckle pen. Just one moment. And I have it here. And I'm going to grab my practice sheet or practice skin. The best way to practice is to wrap your skin over your finger, because if you just leave your skin like this, it doesn't have a firm base. And this is quite firm, so you'll want to practice on something similar. And so all I do is just little dots. I don't know if you can see them, they're quite faint, but you don't want to go overboard. So little dots. So on my face, you're going to see where you naturally would freckle would be kind of around the nose and on the cheeks. So I'm just going to start here, just be brave, and just kind of start with a few freckles above his nose. And you can see how that's going to look. Now I'm a little bit afraid to continue freckling at this distance, because in order to hold him in front of the camera, I don't have a very good view of his little face. So I am going to explain the next part, and then while you guys are working on your freckling and attaching your body, I'll finish freckling this guy and show you the finished result. So we also have our body ready, and what I did was, just like the arms and legs, I marked the spot center behind the top seam here. So this is the front, the back, right behind the dividing seam. I did my hole. I used my awl and then my chopstick, and I made sure that I'd stretched a nice hole, which apparently is missing now, but it's there. I'll have to find it. So I have a hole here, and then I'm going to have my washer and my locking washer right here. Now remember, this little guy, his head joint was larger than I had hoped, so it'll just barely fit. Your joint should be a little bit smaller, more like that, which will make it a little bit easier time getting them on. So what I'm going to do is find my hole, which I know I did, so I'm not sure where it went. Well, I'm going to have to take a moment and find that, but I'm going to find where that hole disappeared to, and then I'll be inserting his head in, adding the flat washer, so this washer first, and then this washer. Once you've added those two washers, and you've done any freckling if you want, I'll be right back and we will fill his body up. And then we'll move on to his toes.